I feel like we need a break or something.
Let's delay the rest of the stream. We'll come back in a week.
Let's cancel the stream. We're done. We're out of here. Yeah, nothing more to see here, guys.
Yeah,
we told you guys to settle in. Let's get settled in. Now we're getting.
I feel like uniforms is the least kind of like unexpected feature, but really cool, right?
Most expected.
Oh yeah, sorry, most expected. Got my wires. Got my wires.
So some of you were wondering in the chat why the characters had no backpacks.
Yeah. Why do the characters have backpacks?
Yes. So want to talk a little bit about how we ended up doing uniforms. So obviously this has been talked about, speculated about, planned for many years. But really, we've always wanted to make sure that when we came around to do uniforms, that we're doing it the right way. And this goes back to the gameplay first goal that I talked about at the beginning. So we're not in it to add uniforms to try to sell like microtransactions. We're not trying to put in some sort of like artificial progression into the game to try to increase player retention or any of that crap. We simply want them to be a part of the war like everything else is in the game, right? Everything in Foxhole is part of the war, so should the uniforms. So uniforms are going to be part of the logi chain. They're made in crates. They're brought up to the front, and they're going to provide gameplay modifiers that we feel make sense for wearing that uniform. So it's really important to us that they did not feel like they gave you a magical ability. It was not like a class or something that you might find in some other like MMO, right? But we really want to do things like, okay, let's look at how many slots do you have in your bag? How many things can you carry? Is your uniform better suited to carry certain items over other items? So, for example, a medic should be more effective at carrying things like first aid kit, blood plasma, and things that they need. And we wanted to provide things like if you wear so uniforms that might protect you from a snowstorm, right? Or it might protect you from a rainstorm, right? So these are the kind of modifiers that we're going to be applying to the uniforms. Yep.
It's worth noting here, visually, we were aiming for something that effectively didn't stand out. Like, we're not making Fortnite characters here. We're not, like, this isn't a total cosmetic change to make you look like the cool action hero you want to look like. We want a unified army across the board, and everyone is a piece of that army, is the kind of idea. So a lot of the uniforms, we tried a bunch of drastically different stuff, but we really all agreed on the idea that it was equipment, what you were carrying, and in some cases like weather and there is room for different outfits, scouts and whatnot, but for the most part you are a unified fighting force. That's it. That's my ramble.
No, that's a super important point. You are a cog in the wheel, and you are still a cog in the wheel. So,
yep.
And we won't spend too much time. Oh, sorry.
I was going to say, most important, are they lore accurate names for everything, Matt?
So we'll take a quick look at these, but we have a video that is kind of long, so it won't stay here too long. You'll get a closer look. These are the colonial uniforms, and these are the warden uniforms that we are launching with. And
oh yeah, we're launching. There was 15 uniforms at launch, and
yes.
at launch is very important for that
because there's more to come.
Yes, we have many more spec'd out and in progress.
Great. So
hurry up, video. I want to see uniforms.
All right.
So the legion, like the basic legionary soldiers, lost their backpack because they're not intended to be carrying as many BMATs and building equipment right off the bat.
They forgot it at home.
They forgot
it at home. Yeah.
But they are equipped to carry ammo much more effectively than other uniforms, right?
Yes. Small arms, machine guns, rifles.
And everybody knows what a medic does. The it's worth noting the soldiers are the default in the game, so you always spawn in as a soldier.
Yeah, and we still do continue to expect most players to be in the default soldier uniform. So yeah.
Yep. Oh yeah, that too. Everybody can still do everything in the game, no matter what uniform you're wearing. You can perform. It's just a matter of, are you optimizing for that task?
So, I'm going to be a medic uniform doing heavy artillery, Julian. How about that?
But what I like about that is theoretically in a war, like you would maybe have some specialized gear for like what your task is for any given operation.
Yep.
Or if if you are a field medic, you could potentially be in situations that is not I think that's kind of the goal we're going for here, right? It's like,
absolutely.
If you want to play as a medic style of character, you absolutely can, but that's not going to stop you from being on the front line if you need to be.
The scouts are super exciting, and I'll let Mark explain why.
Yes, so they have a less chance of being caught by enemy intel sources. So if you're running around as a partisan, the enemy can still find you, but it's just harder, right? So you'll be able to maneuver a QRF force more easily than before.
And it's worth noting that we have intentionally made the Wardens the superior Winter Army fighters. So go Wardens and deal with it, Colonials.
But they still have a...
Oh, they still have you guys still have winter gear.
Yeah.
There's the Wardens will just like their winter gear a little bit better.
This is probably one of my favorite uniforms.
Oh, I love the tank. Yeah. I love the scouts. I love the tank stuff. So you can be a proper tank crew now, instead of a guy with a giant backpack sitting in the top of a tank.
So that means that we're going to be cranking up the dial on the storm modifiers, right, Julian?
Oh yeah, we can go full on with the storm modifiers.
Yeah.
You guys hated it before, and now we can do whatever the hell we want. The Warden infantry guy, we both really love.
Yeah.
Now, what protection, because the Wardens have one less uniform, what protection were they lacking again?
The rain.
But yeah, you guys might have a bit more trouble in the rain.
Yeah, but your winter gear, as you mentioned, Julian, is better than the Colonial.
And I personally love the Warden medic. I don't know. He still looks like an infantryman, but he's got the medic gear. I don't know. I really like it. Warden, we can be faction biased based on uniform now. I'm Warden medic bias for me.
I can't keep track of all the different types of biases that there are. There's tank bias, there's uniform bias.
I love this. The specialist overcoat is one of my favorites. This is your faction-specific different counter to the Grenadier. And if you want classic Foxhole, you have to become an engineer. If you want the backpack, you have to be a building engineer, Logi. I love this. 3 guys standing in a hole with shovels.
Just a couple of bros holding some
Yeah.
shovels.
Now
Just
that's
passing.
I don't
a
know what
strange-
you do on your weekends, but I like to dig holes and stand in them.
That was a strange looking hole too.
It was a strange.
Oh, this one is awesome. This
Yep.
this scout. Oh, and this the Warden Scout does have some protection against snowstorms as well, on
Yep.
top of the light stealth against intel sources. But the Colonial one can be does have slightly better stealth.
Yeah. Colonials are slightly stealthier, Wardens are slightly warmer. This one I love. This was I did this sketch just the sketch for this outfit. I did a long time ago, and I just kept it around. I was like, I love this sketch. I'm gonna push it forward until we can.
Hey,
put 'em in
wasn't
the front.
that in one of the previous
Yep.
art concept art that
People have seen this before.
Oh, the videos.
Oh yeah, video dipped a bit in
Dipped.
quality.
But
It's because I like it.
it
Because
came
I
back.
like it.
Yeah, it's because you like it.
And here's the previous promo art's heavy winter jacket. So you guys will be able to make some good pushes in heavy weather. Or heavy snow, rather. I like all the detail just gone because there's snow on their shoulders. But it still looks good.
All right.
Yeah, that's the first offering of uniforms.
I hope you guys are excited.